My name is McCalebb, and you're watching the FanView podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. Another edition, FanView podcast. Y'all already know what it is. I'm that boy Fred.
She Sports back here.
Got another special guest, She Sports.
No doubt.
The Warriors legend.
No doubt.
Thought he in the building.
It's good to get somebody on this podcast that's from my era.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
Get somebody from my era, man. Bo McCalebb, man, you know, one of the best basketball players I've ever seen in Louisiana high school.
Facts.
I don't know if you remember this, Bo, but my first time playing against you was in the Typical High Thanksgiving tournament. We beat y'all. I played at HL Bourgeois. We beat y'all, but you had like 48.
Of course, we know you didn't stop. You didn't stop at no G.
You remember that?
We played in the playoffs, huh?
No, not in the playoffs.
We played in the playoffs my senior year.
You graduated with 3, huh?
Yeah, we played in the playoffs my senior year.
Not HL Bourgeois.
Yes, we did. First
We
round.
played, my senior year, we played ball,
Where did you go?
03. Yeah, we played y'all in the Thanksgiving tournament at Typical High, and we played y'all in the same Martinville tournament my junior year.
Okay.
Yeah, Milton was catching alleys all over the place. You know what I'm
I
saying?
remember.
Yeah, you averaged like 40-some a game in both of them tournaments. It was crazy.
Crazy.
But
Charles Weekdays was.
yeah. But you know, as a kid, man, you don't forget those things, man. People that you went against that left a mark on you and had a big impact on high school basketball like you did.
Right.
You know what I mean? Growing up in the Fisher Project, bro, and out of the city of New Orleans, going to Appp Walker, like kind of like proving all the doubters wrong because you're not the biggest. You wasn't somebody that just was imposing, but bro, you was a bucket. You always did a good job getting to your spots. You was a competitor. Everybody I talked to from when they played Louisiana high school basketball or coached it, your name always coming up when we talking about the historians and some of the best to ever come through the state. But we always like to start our podcast talking about our, y'all journey, man. Take me back, growing up in the Fisher Project with the ball in your hand and you and Milton looked at it as Jordan and Scotty coming up through middle school and stuff like that, man, and how you became the player you was. And you ain't know been going overseas and getting all the accolades that you did.
Right. Well, see, I grew up in the Fisher Project. I mean, as y'all know.
Right.
Yep.
I started off playing football. Football is my natural sport. I was forced to play basketball.
When you say force, what you mean by it?
I was forced to play basketball. You want me to tell them now?
Yeah.
I'll tell it.
So when I got the Walker, Frank was there.
Frank was there. Yep.
I was
Was Buster there at the time too?
Yeah. I was a freshman, man. I went to go try out football. And first they called me to the office. They like, let's we come to us. I go to the office and the principal and the coach, the same person the coach that my daddy had when he played at Lane. So he was like, you ain't playing football. You won't play football, you gotta go to school. And I had just left St. With every foot day.
Damn.
Yeah, I had just agreed with the coach at Walker. He was gonna come get me and all that from school and make sure I get home so I can play.
Walker went to high school at that time for football, especially with Frank.
Yeah.
Yep.
And all that had just happened. And I was like, I'm just gonna go play basketball. And that's how the basketball came about.
Damn.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And as far, like me and Lou, we met. We knew each other, we didn't really know each other, but I started off playing at McDonald Park. He started off at Fox Park.
Right.
McDonald Park was in Algiers.
It's Algiers.
Fox was in the project.
Correct.
And we was rivals. We was the best players on our team. So it's crazy. One day we was somewhere. He was like, man, I'm about to tell my mom I'm about to come live with y'all. Like next day he was staying with us. We just been cool ever since.
Wow.
Like,
So coming up through the middle school and then once you got the Walker, when did you start understanding like I can go play this game for free when I get to college?
I never really took. I know I was good, but I never really knew. Never really knew what it takes, to make it. So just going through the motions, playing yeah, Project League, working out, doing this, doing that.
Right.
But at one time I got to college, because I got a bad attitude when I was young. And once I got to college, I had a coach that played in the NBA, and you would know, and he was like, if you don't take this shit serious, you ain't gonna do nothing with it.
Right.
And he started being hard on me, and I started to understand, and started taking it serious. And ever since that, I mean, everything's been, everything started to fall in the right track.
Man, I remember when you were in high school, man. I was at Hayes at the time, and your name always came up. I hung around a lot of basketball players, Jason Williams, Brian Alexander, I mean, Deshaun Jordan. I can name a bunch of guys in that era in time, man. But your name kept coming up as being one of the guys that's best in the state. Every time we talked about a guard, and you can't guard both rest of them. You can't guard both gonna drop 40, both gonna drop 50. I mean, your name was just a breed. We talked about high school basketball in this area, especially in this New Orleans area, this Jefferson Parish area, in basketball throughout the state. Your name just kept rising. I mean, your name is so popular to him. At the time, we thought you could just go to any school you want. Right? Real talk, we thought guys like Hollis Price went to home and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Chris Duhon going to Duke. And you was regarded as just as good as them.
Yeah, Torrance White, going to LSU.
Going to LSU. You was regarded as just as great as them. Yeah, coming out.
You. They recruited me. I was in 8th grade to start. When I got to the senior, they stopped. So when we played LSU, I took it personal.
Right.
LSU and got 37 at LSU on the guy that
They recruited.
they recruited. So that summer, we had a game against another league game. We was playing against Quans.
Once.
I had a good game, but I didn't know. Tom Brady and what's his name? Butch was in the gym. So I walk out the gym. They got a duffel bag full of money. And they got the standard van they give everybody. They was like, what you gonna do? I said, y'all started recruiting, so fuck y'all.
Damn.
And I kept walking. And y'all know Perny?
Perm, no.
No.
Perny Brian, man, y'all know Perny. I'm here at Orchard. Y'all know him. He looked at me. He said, you serious? I said, yeah. I said, man, they started recruiting. Fuck that.
So, take me back to your recruiting in high school.
Right.
Because it's mixed stories back then.
Back then.
You know, that was 20 years ago.
Right.
But tell us, and the people that's watching this podcast, how did you end up at UNO? Why didn't the big schools come call?
Well, in high school, I didn't, it wasn't like it is now. Like I didn't have the privilege to play for AAU.
Right.
I don't know if it was because I'm from the West Bank or what. I didn't have the privilege to play the EYB or all that type of stuff. I didn't play none of that.
Right.
We just went to, we would go to Florida or we would go to Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge, something like that.
Local
that.
tournaments.
So it was a lot of like, mid-level schools.
Mid-level schools.
It was a lot of mid-level schools. But like when the season started at Walker, like people started to really see me. So they had all, I was young and I used to listen to some shit. I had a visit to Ole Miss, but I never went because I let somebody tell me all the information and all that. I was not.
Right.
So I didn't go at all. The only visit I took was Oklahoma State. I was supposed to go there, but on signing day, I never got the call. So, I'm crying. I go home, I'm mad. Like the inside, they got 3 white dudes in my living room. So I asked my mom, I'm like, Mom, where's these dudes? The one dude get up, he was like, my name is my retired head coach of the University of New Orleans. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Real talk. Like we didn't think we never knew they had a basketball school.
Right.
Growing up here. We knew of UNO, we knew of SUNO. But basketball and associated two never existed down here. It just never made the connection.
Yeah, and then next day I was there. I was at UNO. That's how I got there.
So before you walked back into your mama's house, you had no plans.
Nope. Like I had everything baked on going to Oklahoma State because that was,
That's who recruited.
That's what Eddie Sun was there, huh?
yeah.
So they were recruiting you, and then leading up to when you were supposed to sign, they just disappeared.
They supposed to sign me disappeared.
Wow.
Damn.
Hey, I ain't gonna say dead. Glenn Surgery disappeared.
And he from New Orleans.
He's in New Orleans.
Yeah.
In New Orleans.
So he was, that was around the time when they had Lucas.
Yeah. I went up when I went up
The Graham twin.
Yeah,
Graham
it was
twins.
the Graham
Like
twins.
Jonathan's son?
Yeah, and they
John the son.
The son.
and
The
they had a
son.
dude that played for the Celtics. For the league, he didn't really do no offense.
Yeah.
That defense, Tony Allen.
Tony Allen sure did.
Yeah.
Tony Allen.
Matter of fact, that same team played Southeastern in the tournament with Ricky Woods.
Yep. And they had Melvin Sanders.
Yep. Damn, never knew that story. Never knew that story.
Ricky Woods with the call, huh?
Yeah.
I still had a chance to go to do all those schools. Like after the hurricane, I'm driving home.
Mm-hmm.
Not driving home, because I slept through the hurricane. So me and my mom, we driving through everything trying to get to Texas. Because you already know how to set something up for us to go to school in Texas.
Right.
Tyler campus. So Coach K, all the coaches calling my phone, like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? I said, ain't none of that recruit. I'm gonna stick with you. And I think it was the best thing for me, because I think if I would have did something else, probably would have been different.
So the time you're living in now with the transfer portal and everything, you think you still would have been that loyal to UNO in the time we're living in now?
Yeah.
Why is that?
That's just how I am. So that's just the type of person.
I've never seen you all.
Person.
Person who recruited you, I'm gonna stay with you. I ain't things are devastating going wrong.
They didn't recruit me.
But then you're right. They did show me.
When I was home, I was able to play for my family. They gave me like 20, 30 tickets a game.
The game was packed. It felt like I was at Walker all over again. So why would I pass that
I
up?
ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I went to a few of your games in college. Cause I followed you at that time. Like you was just that guy. Like, you know, Duhan went to Selman. That was a North Shore thing. You know what I mean? Hollis was like a couple of years before. It'd be like,
Yeah.
But your era was like 03. It was like, man, he like that. Like you got to catch a couple of UNO games. You got to go stop by and come see it. It's just like, wow. It's just amazing. And you put up numbers at UNO.
All-time leading scorer.
All the time you scored at UNO.
And the Sun Belt too.
Yep. Player of the year.
Player of the year.
So let's fast forward a little bit, boo. So you have a hell of a career at UNO.
Mm-hmm.
Now
And I had 4 coaches in 4 years at UNO. 4 different coaches.
I ain't even realized this.
You never had Tim Floyd, did you?
Nah. I had Monty Tower. I had Joe Pasternak. Buzz Williams.
Buzz Williams was at UNO?
He coached me when I got Player of the Year.
Man, I never knew Buzz Williams was at UNO, bro.
Boy, this is crazy.
He coached me. I got Player of the Year.
That's what his
And he got
connection
out of
is to
that.
the city, to Louisiana.
He got out of there, yeah.
Cause he stay come and get them kids from the city, dog.
Always.
He in Texas A&M racking up with the boys
Racking
from the
up.
city.
Racking up.
In Louisiana, period. But let's fast forward a little bit, man. After your college career in, what's your thought process? Are you hearing from agents? Are you hearing from people that saying that you got a shot at the league? You don't have the shot at the league? What is the scouting report saying? Like, take me through that.
And like the workouts. I mean, I wish I knew now what I wish I knew back then what I knew now.
Right?
Because like you go work out for this team, that team, you might not make it, but it's a privilege to be able to work out for those teams.
Right.
And I realized that they pick good players to go against the players that they pick. It's not nothing against you.
Right.
And like that NBA, it was tough because like all my years at UNO, I never played my natural position. I never played point guard. I don't know why. So I think that's what kind of messed me up with the NBA. I never played my natural.
They didn't think you
never
could run a
played-
team.
Yeah, because I never played my natural position because everybody they used me to score because I
You
could score so good.
You scored so good.
Yeah, and like I told you earlier, wanted to overseas that I learned how to put all that shit together.
So, how many teams you worked out for?
I
when
worked
you
out.
left?
I worked out for about 20 teams.
Damn.
Yeah, every day, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, maybe off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Like that's how I go.
So I was talking to Jalen Cook. He had declared for the draft when he was at Tulane. And I think he said he had to work out with the Pacers, the Nets, and the Knicks. And it was all like back to back to back to back. And he told me that the workout was pretty brutal because it's like they trying to make you tired. It's like they trying to get you to tap out. What was your experience working out for all them teams?
Well, he ain't lying. Like like they say, it's levels to shit. In college, you think you in shape, but them NBA workouts, they're different. Like it's a different type of shape. if you're in really good shape, you can get through it. Like we feel like they're doing us that because we're not in the shape we're supposed to be. That's why we feel that way. But it's not that way. It's just different. That's why it's the NBA. It's just different.
And you had anybody you didn't have anybody to mentor you and say, look, when you go work out, this is what you gotta expect. This is what you need to do. Like you didn't have anybody to kind of.
Yeah, my age. The only person I had for that was my agent. He used to tell me, little things to do, but I just play how I play. Like I don't really listen to nobody. I just play how I play and live with the results.
And I think sometimes what could be a confusion is that when you go working out for teams, you're gonna work out. They're not there to evaluate your play. They're going to see how you work out. And part of the workout is to push your body to a certain limit, not necessarily see your game. You know what I mean? Like when you can see your game in a pickup on a 3-on-3 or a 5-on-5, but when you're working out, you're working out. And a lot of times, maybe when you're a college kid, you working out, but the team see is your game. They're not really all the time there watching you work out or watching you practice. But when you go to a workout, they're here to push your body limits. And sometimes you didn't push your body limits while being a college player. Sometimes that could be the confusion in the two.
What they really do is they try to see. They know what you can do, but they try to see where the guy they drafted at, where he at compared to you. Yeah, that's what I figured out as I got older.
Wow.
That's what I figured out as I got older. They already knew they're gonna take this guy. We know this guy good, but we know this guy gonna go at him. Now we're gonna see where he at.
He got a point to prove.
Yeah, we're gonna see where he at. Because all my workouts, I worked out against Rondo, like Pago, like all the top point guards. I worked out against all of them.
Gennaro Pago at the time, not the little brother, but the
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Yeah, played against him overseas too. I worked out against all the point guards I worked out against got drafted.
Wow. And Jeremy went to a Gonzaga.
So you went into preseason or training camp with the Kings, right?
Yeah.
So tell me about that experience. And who was on the Kings team at that time? Was that around the time when Bobby Jackson and all?
Nah, that's the year they drafted Singletary. Sean Singletary played at Virginia.
Okay.
Sean played Virginia. Yeah.
I don't like to talk about people, but the guy on their team, what's his name? Francisco Garcia.
From Louisville.
He come up to me. He walk up to me. He don't know me. He was like, "You gonna make this team?" Like when I tell you, the dude couldn't bring the ball up half court against me, but they already knew who they had. They just wanted to see.
And Francisco was a 6'7", something like that. He was like he was like a guard. He was like a guard. He wasn't like no point guard, but he wasn't no two guard. But he knew how to play guard.
Yeah, but he ain't. Like it was training camp is for like the people trying to get on, the people they drafted. Like he was just sitting there watching, and he was like, "Man, you gonna make this team." But we get to so that make me confident. We get to Vegas. 5 game pass, I ain't get no minutes. So I called my agent. I'm like, "Man, I'm going home." He was like, "No." He was like, just be professional, blah, 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 whatever. So the next game, they played me like 6 or 7 minutes. And I got like 10 points in 6 or 7 minutes. And that night, my agent called me and said, "I got a job for you in Turkey for good money." And I was like, "I'm going to take it." And that's how I got overseas.
That's how you got to the EuroLeague.
Yeah, that's how I got it. No, I got to EuroLeague my second year. My first year, I played once a week.
Nah, that takes me back. That takes me to my next point. People don't understand. I know cats that then went overseas, bro, and then get to the EuroLeague to like year 5, year 6. Some year 8, year 9. You got to the EuroLeague in year 2.
Year 2.
Talk about that, man, and explain to the viewers, bro, how tough it is in that EuroLeague.
Oh, it's tough. Like, get to the EuroLeague is like getting to the NBA.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And they got real pros over there.
Yeah, real pros.
Oh, you see what's going on now, huh?
Yeah.
all that former top NBA players, all of them signed overseas for this year. Like, it's the EuroLeague is just different. Like, like in the NBA, they don't really play hard to the playoffs.
Correct.
But in overseas, EuroLeague, it's a possession-by-possession game. Every possession count.
Right.
And then on top of that, you got a guy sitting to paint the whole game. They don't got that 3-second shit.
Yep. The spacing is different.
Yeah, you got a guy sitting in the paint the whole game, and then you got fans. You at a away game, right? Mm-hmm. You got fans in there shooting flares, fire, everything in the gym. No real shit.
Wow.
Real shit.
How did you get adjusted to the culture, the language barrier, using a translator? Like, man, you
Ain't no
for the
Google
projects, bro.
Yeah, ain't no Google Translate there.
Nah, like I mean, I knew I wanted to play basketball, so I ain't let all that other stuff play into what I was trying to do. Like they gonna make sure you got at least one dude that can translate. He ain't gonna tell you what the coach saying, or he ain't gonna tell the coach what you saying. But I use it as I don't know what's going on. It's better for me. No, seriously.
This sounds like the scene in Love and Basketball.
No, if I don't know what the coach saying, because like some players, if they mess up or whatever, they look at the coach. He cursing, he doing this, he doing that. It might have something to do with his play. But if you don't know what the coach saying,
you gonna keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, then it's times you trying to explain stuff through the translator, but the translator telling him a whole different thing. Because you got teammates telling him, hey, he lying. Yeah, for real.
That's an adjustment, bro.
Yeah.
That's an adjustment.
But at the end of the day, you there for basketball, so I wasn't worried about none of that.
You were just hooping.
Yeah, basically, yeah. If he tell us run a play, if I see something, I'm gone. I don't care. No, seriously.
And look, dog, I got a couple partners, bro, that went overseas. They might have did like a year or two.
Right.
And they back home and they just working a 9 to 5. I'm like, what happened, man? What happened? Man, it was like, bro, it's tough for me mentally.
Right.
Not the physical
Not
part,
the physical part.
the mental part. Like, being able to learn these sets and understand what people saying and having a translator and the food and the safety. Like they just couldn't handle it from a mental standpoint. And it was like, man, I gotta come home. And it leads me back to my point when we were talking about before the podcast even started. Mm-hmm. You hear cats that go hoop and they say shit like, oh man, if I was overseas, bro, I'd be killing too. I'd be averaging 30 a game. And I'm like, dog, go talk to somebody that actually did it, bro.
Correct.
And I promise you're gonna have a different perspective. And that's why I wanted to touch on, your experience over there and the trials and the tribulations that you went through while you was over there.
Well, it was a lot. Like like over there they take that shit really serious. A lot of the fans, like, they really support their team. So let's say we got a rivalry game and we lose. We might get in the locker room, take a shower. They might turn the cold water off, or we might get home. We might not have no internet. We might not get paid for the next 2 months. No, it's real. It's real. It's real. We might not get paid for the next 2 months. They really take it serious over there.
Wow. But talk about, like, I know a lot of people, like what G was talking about, a lot of people think that all because you was a NBA player, but now you playing this type of league here. But a lot of people got this mentality that all because you play in NBA, you play in the Euro, you play international basketball, people got this mindset that you can't play in the NBA level. They got this thought process that, he not good enough to play in the NBA level, because if he could, he would be there. But talk about the politics of playing trying to get to the NBA and playing there. But also, there's some very, very, very good players that's not playing NBA basketball, but they're playing international.
No doubt.
Talk about some of those differences.
I mean, I never lost a chip on my shoulder. Overseas or NBA, if we playing against somebody, if the player on the other team good. So I'm hunting for, he good? Okay. So constantly trying to prove yourself every night. I forgot the other question, man.
No, there's just a difference between, some people got this mentality that all NBA players are just better than all international players.
Oh, no, that ain't true.
Yeah.
That ain't true, because my third or fourth year, we played against the Celtics.
I remember that.
And we beat them.
I remember that.
See, that's what I'm talking
And we
about.
beat them.
I'm talking about right there.
Dog.
That's what I'm talking about right
And
there.
we beat them.
Say, dog.
Right there.
You was fucking killing them.
Killing them.
I took it personally.
Splitting them ball screens, hanging in the air. You see Doc Rivers. It's a preseason game.
Yeah.
I'm watching Doc Rivers, like, get pissed off because they couldn't fucking stop you, bro. And see, it's shit like that I think about, and I say, they don't have no NBA team that say, man, we got to get this cat a try. Like, we got to really put him on our roster and see what he could do in an 82-game season.
I mean, that was personal. Like, throughout my college career, my agent always was talking to Danny Ainge. He was always talking about, Danny Ainge love you. He love you. I think he's going to draft you. He love you. I think he's going to draft you. But he didn't. They drafted Rondo. So I ain't forget that. So when we played them, Robert Pack was, I think he was assistant.
Yep.
And
From the city.
And I already played against Brandon Bass. They knew who I was.
Yeah.
I told Brandon Bass, I said, I'm coming.
I wonder if he warned them
he
like,
just looked
hey.
at me and started laughing.
I
said, I'm coming.
I wonder if Bass warned them.
KG and Eve want to shake my hand after the game. You know, that's KG. I'm like, you know.
Yeah.
They looked at me like, and kept walking.
Dang. But there's a huge misconception that all because you're in the NBA, people have this mental mindset that you're the best in the world. And I tell people all the time, that's not true. They got a lot of guys who don't play in the NBA that are better than NBA players. Politics could happen, whatever situation need to be, that they're not playing in the NBA, but they got a lot of great players that are not playing. We just not witnessed this in the world,
Right.
in the world league, that Team USA didn't win it. Get lost. Dennis Schroeder is the MVP of the league. And he plays in the NBA, but he's not a star in the NBA.
Right.
But everyone has this mental mentality that, like, the let me say this.
Nah, they think it's NBA or bust, but that's not true.
Right.
Basically, that's what it is. They think if I don't make the NBA, I can't do nothing. There's a lot of ways to make a living with this with basketball. There's a lot of different ways. It ain't just NBA. Everybody can make the NBA. That shit like hitting a lottery.
Real talk though.
Seriously.
Real talk.
Cause like y'all say, they got a lot of great players that didn't get a chance to make, play in the NBA.
Didn't play.
And most of those great players, they thought that I ain't fucking overseas. But overseas, not bad. It's not as bad as people think.
Right.
Right. Not as bad as people think.
It looks like there's a different. I look like the NBA is like the money is more guaranteed, and and we were talking to Randy Livingston
because overseas lot of
no, but over there, it depends on you. So you can't talk about nothing. It depends on you. What you gonna do? If you gonna average 20, you gonna make millions. If you gonna average 8, it depends on you. Over there.
But over there, you sign a lot of 1 year, 2 year deals. They don't give you like long-term deals over there, right?
Cause a lot of, if you go out there, you're American. You ain't about to sign. You ain't about to lock in no 3 years with no one team where you could kill this season, move up. Kill this season, move up.
Right.
But then when you get to a certain age, you be like, oh, I want chill. So you sign a 2 year or you sign this, because that's how it is. Your play depend on what you make.
What you make.
Facts.
And they go up. They go up. If you playing good every year, it's gonna go up every year.
Yeah. So let's kind of fast forward a little bit. Then you got an opportunity to get into the Pelicans training camp.
Right.
Talk about that experience, man. And did you think that you had a shot to get on that roster?
That was something I really didn't want to do. I only did that because my mom never saw me play since college. I only did that for her to have a chance to see me play. That's the only reason why I did that, because
that was back in 2015, right?
Yeah, I was 30, 2015. What the year is it?
2023.
Oh, yeah. No, I think it was past that, because I was maybe 32, 33 at the time.
Okay, so it's a little bit later.
Where y'all was at when I was 26, 27, 28?
Right.
Where y'all was at?
Right.
So I didn't want to do that. I just did that for my mom. That's the only reason why I did that.
Gentry was the coach?
Yeah. Cool dude. Ain't nothing to do, with them. I just did it for my mom.
You did it for your mom.
Yeah.
And I used it to get in shape. And as soon as they cut me, I went right back overseas.
So you went into it like, man, I know these people ain't taking me serious. I'm about to just use them to let my mama see me play, stay in shape, to put myself in position to go tear it up overseas.
No, I use it to get in shape. Because, when I come home, I be chilling. I mean, a 10-month season. So I'm coming home. I'm chilling for like a month. Month and a half. If you get a call from the Pelicans, you ain't going to say no.
Right.
And you ain't going to tell them you're out of shape. So I just like,
All right. This is my opportunity to get in shape. This is my opportunity to get my body weight.
Let my mom see me play.
So let's take somebody like Alvarado. His situation, that's like you say, like hitting the lottery. Went undrafted. We went to Wake Forest.
Georgia
Tech, right? Undersized, not physically imposing, but he gets an opportunity, makes the most of it.
Yep.
Sticks on with the Pels, signs a 2-year deal for $7 million. What's your take on that situation, and explain to people, man, how rare, super rare, a situation is like that?
I mean, his situation, like he played in the ACC. He got defensive player in the ACC. He was gonna have a chance, but a lot of people don't know. He ain't just good on defense and play with energy. He really a good player.
Yeah,
He just small.
Right.
He really a good player.
Right.
and he came out the ACC, so he got his chance, and he took advantage of it because he seemed like he a very hungry player.
Yeah, no doubt.
And like people, players that's hungry that know what they want, you can't stop them.
Can't stop him.
Can't stop them.
Picking up 94 feet.
No,
Fighting over screens.
Because that's what you got to do. You got starting point guard. He gonna shoot. Do this. Oh, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna do this. Nah. He's gonna be probably new Patrick Beverly.
Right. And you gotta kind of get in where you fit in. You gotta kind of find your place in this game, because if you're not one of the, I like to say, if you're not one of the three focal players on the team, like if you're not the three focal scorers of an NBA team, you got a role to play. The question is, what's your role going to be night in and night out? Because 82 game season, this team is going to expect you to live out your role. Because it doesn't mean that you can't get buckets. It doesn't mean that you can't score. But that may not be your way of sticking on this team. That may not be a way you can contribute to this basketball team. Because at the end of the day, they're trying to get to a playoff run or a championship. And they got a lot of guys coming up. I got to tell you all the time, man, you have to be the best in your team to make it at this point, or be one of the best players on your team in high school. Definitely in high school. But at least one of the best players on your college basketball team. You think a lot of dudes can't score? Yeah, they can score. Yeah. But there's one basketball with superstars, with potentially one or two all-stars on the team. And you think you about to come out here being a 8th, 9th player in rotation, out here shooting 10, 12 shots?
No.
That's not about to happen.
Man, I've been seeing you giving back to the youth, man, doing AAU, doing some trainings. You and Greg, man, I think y'all doing a great job. And Brock. With Big Easy, bro. Talk about the times we living in with the kids that's coming up in this basketball era, bro. It's way different than when we was coming up. I know when I was coming up and I was hooping and I was playing football, man, it wasn't no training. Your training was going play 5-on-5 in the parks, in the rec.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Going to different neighborhoods.
Right.
That was our training. Now, like, you got so many different people training now. And my opinion, bro, and you tell me your opinion on it, I feel like not everybody, but a lot of people that's training and the kids that's getting trained is not translating to real life game situations. What's your response to that?
You want to put them dudes on the spot?
Not everybody, though. Not everybody. You got some guys that's really doing it the right way. Some guys. Like they say, like, just because you play it don't mean you can teach it.
Right.
And anybody can't teach it if they ain't play. But they got some people that that's really smart. But you gotta know, what's good for the kid. You can't have him doing everything that you got the whole other 10 kids doing. You gotta find out about each specific kid and work on each specific kid. And when they're in a group, maybe they do some group stuff, but you gotta get them by itself. You can't teach them the same thing because they different. They got different games. And I think that's the problem with that. They try to make everybody play the same way.
And that may not be their kid's skill set. They may not be able to do some of the things.
Yeah, but like for example, for a 10-year-old kid, you don't need to be doing step back. A step back, that's simple, but you don't need to be doing 3, 4, 5 moves to get to a shot. It should be basic triple threat, one dribble, like snatch.
Downhill.
Yeah, like basic stuff until they get to that certain age where you can teach them, what they really need to know.
There's levels to it.
Yeah, you can't just throw that stuff on them so early because they're already watching TV. They're already trying to do the shit anyway.
Right.
And then if you try to do that shit in the game, you're on the bench, and then your mama and your daddy looking at the trainer. Like,
what's going on?
Like, what's going on?
What's going on?
I'm spending $75 a session.
Yeah. I think a lot of people getting into it just to get into it. But I'm different. I'm getting into it because I love it.
Yep.
And I really want to help. I don't want everybody want me to keep playing. I don't want to play no more. I ready to help, help the kids. And I ready, put my all into that shit.
I was watching y'all at down there in Belchase because my son AAU team was playing. I was, I'm watching y'all because my partner Norman, his son play on the team, Bailey Randall, and
All right.
yeah, that's my dude. And so I forgot who y'all was playing. Might have been EP. I don't remember, but it was a good game. And you like at the end of the bench, just watching the game, watching the game, and when somebody coming out the game, they come and sit by you, and you just like pointing certain things out. I remember one time it was a timeout, and before like when some of them was coming out the court, you met one of them like at the free throw line, and you was like showing them different things, and I'm saying to myself, I'm like, see, like Bo really trying to share his knowledge and you know. Different experience he didn't went through playing ball over these years and trying to really pour it into these kids, and you could tell like you was trying to do it the right way. You know, you see some people, man, they kind of try to make it all about them. You know, share how you been trying to pour into them kids, man, and teach the game the right way.
Say it again.
Talk about how you been pouring into them kids and teach the game the right way to a lot of these kids.
Well, you know, I try to teach all of them the, you know, fundamentals. I need to starting with some defensive stuff, but I really try to teach them how to score at all three levels and how to play with pace. That's my main focus for now. Just jumping into it, I might add more stuff as I go, but I think that's the main thing. Like a lot of them need to learn now, because you might be faster than everybody, but you don't need to go 100 miles per hour all the time.
Right.
You might be a shooter, but look, we about to get in here. You need to learn how to handle the ball, but you got to know every specific kid. You got to know all of them, what they're good at, what they're bad at, so you can teach them the different things. And I think they'll get it that way.
When you talk about all three levels, you know, one of the things I think is a lost art, especially like in high school and middle school basketball, is the mid-range.
Yeah.
Which that's what you made your living at, bro. The elbow. You know what I'm saying? And either the kid won't shoot the long three, or they trying to get all the way to the cup. And that's something I feel like is a lost art these days.
Yeah, because a lot of them, they get to the mid-range and they think they need a step back or a side step. You can get to the mid-range in the regular one dribble pull-up.
Yep.
And a lot of them don't know how to just do that. And I guess that's what I'm here for. I guess I don't know.
But not just that, but goes down to what they're witnessing, what they're advertised, right? When they're watching the reels and they're watching other parts of the game, right? They're not watching guys, let's say at the pro level, right? They're not watching guys maximize that mid-range. Like at one point in time, James Harden, if you looked at the shot selection, dog, it was a layup or a three. At one point of time in his time in Houston, right? And you're watching a lot of players because a lot of these kids are not. Some of these kids are watching college basketball, but that's not where their audience is. They're trying to watch the pro game. They're watching the Steph Currys. They're watching the Damian Lillards. They're watching these pro players.
And they're watching just highlights.
And they're watching just highlights. I can't get a kid today to watch a full game. They'll tune out.
It's rare.
It ain't like when we was watching the game. Like we'll watch the whole game when we was kids. But these kids here just watching. They'll watch a few minutes. They'll watch that player they don't want to see. But after that, they'll really tune the game out, right? And you got some players in the NBA, like I would probably emphasize the guy who I probably watched the most, DeMar DeRozan. He could really get down at a lot of his mid-range spots.
He's skilled.
He's skilled. He's extremely skilled, right? Especially at that mid-range level. But if you ask a kid to go watch some highlights of DeMar DeRozan, because he's not their player that rings to their ears. He's not advertised as much, and they see this getting there like, I ain't trying to watch that. They're just trying to watch Steph Curry or watch Damian Lillard or watch somebody like that. And it's like, there's more to basketball than just shooting the three.
Right.
You know, so it kind of goes to that point of, you know, why you think is the mid-range. Because we have several coaches on here. I think Coach Rory, who now coaches at Delgado.
Coach AJ
Williams at Xavier. Even Coach Jay Smith, who's now at Texas State.
From UNO?
Yeah. As you know, he's at Texas State now.
Yep.
They all talk about the mid-range as kind of like that lost art. Why do you think that is? Is it not pretty? Is it not sexy? Is it not attractive? Is it something that you think is, to a lot of kids, is it hard?
I think it's because most kids don't know how to play pick and roll to get into a mid-range, or they don't know how to, they're not good enough on offense to get a good shot out of the mid-range, to do something on their defense, to do it out of the mid-range. And, they're not working on it. I think that's the main thing. They're not working on it.
Yeah.
I think that's the main thing. But I think if they start working on it, they can do it because they're shooting fucking 3-4 steps behind the three-point line. So you can hit a mid-range, you can hit that shot way back there.
No doubt.
But I think that's why, though, because they're not practicing it. If you don't practice now, you ain't going to do it.
Right. I'll probably add to that. I think that a lot of kids are not getting the applause for hitting the mid-range jumper. So a lot of kids, I noticed they're playing this game to find a way to get applause. They're trying to find a way to get views and highlights.
Get the crowd going.
And the way they get the crowd going is trying to maximize your three-point shots. or they may do a dribble, step back, and when they shoot that three, and if it falls in, they get the audience, they get the applause. Where if you go ahead and do, get a penetrate, get a mid range jump, and you knock that shot down, ain't nobody clapping, ain't nobody saying, man, that was a play. No one's giving them applauses for those mid range jumping shots, but they're getting all the praise when they hit a 30, 35-foot jump.
Right. But a lot of schools down here, they play zone, so it's hard to get into the mid range if you're there in the zone.
Yeah.
A lot of schools down here play zone, so
That's a good point.
It's hard to get into a mid range against a zone.
Talk about being ranked number 4 for naturalized players in the history of the EuroLeague, bro. Talk about that accomplishment and what that meant to you.
I mean, it meant a lot to me because the other dudes that was on the top 5 with me, all the other dudes was NBA players. Karolinko, Paul Gasol, Tony Parker. Who the other one was? And Navarro.
Hernandez?
Rudy?
No, Navarro. He played in the NBA years before.
Forgot who that 5th person was.
Like anytime I'm in a room with people like that, like it bring out the best in me. Or I'm gonna go out swinging. So I just I ain't gonna say I took a lot of that shit personal, and I'm still mad Spain stopped us from getting the medal. Yeah, dude scored 20 straight on us.
Come on.
Navarro, yeah.
Navarro was tough though, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Navarro was tough, bro.
I know he scored.
He might not look the sexiest. He might if he walk in here right now, you ain't gonna be like, man, this dude cold as a motherfucker. You're not gonna say that.
You're not gonna say that.
He scored 20 straight, but like with that passport, with the passport thing, like it's good. It's good for Americans. If you're good enough, or if you get the opportunity to get it,
Right.
Because you don't count as an American. You count as one of them. Like you don't count as American, and like your money go up when you have that, and you have way better opportunities to get jobs. And that opportunity came out, after my first year. I got a call from my agent. He was like, this Macedonia want to give you a passport. So I called. First person I called was Hollis. I asked him. He told me, yeah, that's something big. I called a couple other people, so I got it.
Because you didn't really understand the severity of it.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't know. So like that summer, I started playing with them. Actually, when I first got there, they already had a player. The player I'm cool with, whatever. They already had a player. So when I got there, he played, and I was out of shape. So when I got there, they flew me to Great Britain. We had to play against Ben Garden and Louisiana team in Great Britain. So I had 30 out of shape. Like they didn't know if they were gonna keep me or not. Right. Because what they do with that is they get 2 Americans. Whatever one play better, that's who they keep.
That's who they keep.
So ever since that, like they started messing with me, and we played in the summer before to qualify for the Eurobasket, to play against the top, countries like Lithuania and all that stuff. But like having a passport is really big for your career.
Man, with all the accolades that you didn't receive, man, from high school, college, overseas, EuroLeague, what's next for Bull, man? What's on your agenda, man, to scratch that itch, man, to keep you passionate, to keep you looking forward to something, man?
Right. Well, my main goal right now is finishing school. I got 6 hours left. I should be finished by this summer. Okay. That's my main goal. And from there, I want to start with training, and who knows, I don't want to jump into coaching just because I was a good player. Because I don't want to be on the sideline looking stupid.
Right.
So finish school. Yeah, finish schools, start helping the youth training. Maybe later down the line coaching. There's gonna be something with dealing with basketball. I don't know what, but it's gonna be something. Maybe all of them together. I don't know, but it's gonna be dealing with basketball. Yeah. But the first thing I'm doing is focus on now is finishing school.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
That's a big critical thing. A lot of times, to still do some of those things that you want to do with basketball, not playing, but away from the game. Different eras of basketball. Yeah. It requires that degree. It requires, even if some people doing football, you get out of football. You're not a player no more. They just don't let you in because you was a former player.
Yeah.
It's kind of not how it works. You kind of got to do some steps now.
Because if I listened to everybody and did it, when I was in school, I'd probably be somewhere coaching right now.
Right.
But I didn't listen, so.
Man, when you talk about, like we talked about at the beginning of this podcast, you being considered one of the best high school basketball players to come through this state, from the time you started playing ball, bro, to now, talk about some of the different elite hoopers, man, that came through this state, man, that kind of like inspired you and made a mark on you, in a sense.
I don't pay attention to what people do. So everybody that know me know I don't pay attention to what nobody doing. All I focus on the court is me. I came across a lot of good players, but I didn't get inspired by no other player my age didn't inspire me.
Like
because of the chip on my shoulder, because the type of person I am. Like,
so when you was
we can be in here with LeBron James, and I'll sit over here all day. I won't even go over there.
Right.
That's just how I am.
Right. So coming up though, you didn't look at like Hollis and Quanis and the Chris Duhans in the world coming up. Randy Livingston's, coming up and saying, man, like them dudes, I won't be like on that level.
I'm from the West Bank. I ain't know none of them.
Right.
I ain't never even been on that side of the river. No, seriously. I didn't start going on that side of the river till I started playing Project League. Probably, I think I was like 15 years old. Against Hollis now. I was 15. That's when I started going over there. But I ain't know none of them.
You just were playing.
I just was playing. I ain't really know nobody but the dudes that I grew up with and the dudes, around here, like y'all said. Ryan Alexander.
Yeah.
Walter.
Deshaun Jordan.
Like, we went at it.
Ivory Clark
was my teammate. Yeah, we went at it every summer. They was good. They was good. We went at it every summer. But no one player didn't expire me.
Damn. You really was like tunnel vision for real.
Yeah. Because I was boxed in. I didn't go nowhere. If y'all saw me, I was always at the park on the football field. I didn't go nowhere. Stayed on the West Bank.
That's crazy, bro. Because when you think about it, like we talked to many players, but everybody was looking at somebody, modeling somebody, but you were just like drilled in on like, nah.
The person I wanted to be like, he was older than me. Was Billy Henderson.
Billy Henderson. He went to St. Aug?
Well, y'all don't know Billy Henderson?
No. What year he came out?
With the Landry. He older than me.
What year he came out?
I don't know Billy.
I don't know Billy.
Y'all know Billy Henderson?
I don't know Billy.
You gotta remember, I'm from Homer now.
They're gonna tell you.
I'm from here.
Well, they're gonna have some shit for y'all on here. Though.
I know Milk and them and D Perry. I know them boys.
Yeah, but they my age.
Yeah.
Right,
I'm just saying, I know
age.
them. See, he must have came out with the 90s.
He was with I think he was with Dino or Greedy them, or before them.
All right, see.
Or before them.
Now, see, I knew Greedy them. I knew them, but I didn't know. I don't know Billy.
I know Billy Henderson.
Yeah, I don't know Billy Henderson. And to be honest with you, the only reason I knew Greedy them because Corn was always making runs in the playoffs. So I was that person, like I was telling Randy, I was that person that got the paper, and I'm reading like who's the top teams, who's the top like the top players on the top teams in the state. That's how I knew Greedy them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the Hollis Price and them, and all those like top players that came through. But I don't remember Billy Henderson.
Y'all gonna know after this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go do some.
He was a big, or he was a guard.
Guard. He about 6'4", guard, do everything.
He went played anywhere.
I think after college he stopped. He beat me 1-on-1 for like 10 straight years.
Whoa.
My mom used to drop me off by their house. He beat me 1-on-1 for like 10 straight years. I used to look up to him and my cousin. Y'all ain't gonna know my cousin either. He passed my first year. I got overseas. He played at Rod Wayne.
Okay.
Yeah, Albert McCalebb.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the two people I looked up to.
Right.
Like everybody else. y'all was enemies to me between the lines.
Yeah.
But that's a mentality to have. Like not many people have that mentality as kids. You know, and you playing like you playing with kids and you know some kids, but not every kid had that level of mentality. Like, nah, I'm here to roast. I'm here to show all y'all. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I was like that because I was always told I wasn't good enough. No matter how good I was playing, I always was told I wasn't good enough. So I had to do something.
Man, take me back to those Walker days, bro. Man, y'all. I mean, especially from the football side, even though y'all had some football guys playing basketball.
Yeah.
Take me back to those Walker days when you had Buster, Milton. What grade Mike was in when you was at Walker? When you was a senior, like 9th grade?
Mike.
He wasn't there yet.
Yeah, Mike 1 year. He graduated 04. Mike 1 year younger.
Okay. Coop, Big Coop.
Mm-hmm.
Dominique.
Yep.
Yeah.
Travis Berry. I can go on and on.
Damn.
Darryl Johnson. You know, talk about going to Walker back then, man, and all of goddamn talent that was coming through there, bro.
The goddamn band was talented.
Yeah.
Goddamn band was talented.
And how it was coming up in that era at Walker with all that talent, and then how Frank Wilson came to Walker and just
changed the whole landscape.
Revolutionized
high school football.
Not only the football team, but how we conduct ourselves as black men.
Mm-hmm. I'm still mad at Frank because he ain't let none of them dudes play basketball. He'll let them play like 2 games.
But he let Milton play.
Milton never played the whole season with me.
Oh.
Darryl was good. He never let Darryl play. Sad was good. He never let Sad play.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he never let them play. Yeah,
Frank had control over the boys.
Yeah, like they was. He had them wearing suits at school.
Yep. He the first one. Like how people doing that now.
Yeah.
But Frank was doing that way back then. I remember seeing that on the news.
Back then.
Every time I walk in the gym, Nick Saban, Kirby Smart, everybody just walking through it, and I'm looking like I need to be playing football, boy.
Yeah.
But like he changed a lot over there, and he ain't only make them good players. He made them better men too.
Yep.
But he had some talent over there. Like a lot of them was able to go to the NFL and play, huh?
Yeah.
A lot of them play NFL.
I said Buster was the first round to the Chargers.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to figure Mike
Coop
Wallace
went to LSU. Travis Berry went to Colorado. Milton went to Ole Miss. Mike went to Ole Miss.
Sad went to Oregon. No, Indiana. Cedric Henry went to Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Keenan went to
Oregon State.
Oregon State.
Him and Dennis.
Yep.
Both of them went to Oregon State.
Yep.
I think they signed like 15 kids D1.
Yeah.
In 03 or 02, one of them years.
Yeah, they was the first team to start beating Curtis.
Yep.
Yeah.
They was the first team to start beating Curtis.
Yep. I think then Carp beat them
The
the following year on Halloween night. Yeah. That was, bro, like I say, I'm from Homer, dog, and I just remember
Curtis
like
had some teams too.
Huh?
Curtis had some teams.
Yeah, we ain't talking about Curtis, man.
And what, football?
We ain't talking about Curtis, man. We talking about
Walker.
Old Perry Walker and with the boy and the talent they had coming through back then.
Listen, the band was just crazy, bro.
Well, they was.
The band was crazy. They didn't play that Buster. It was legendary, bro. It's like Walker was like the place. Nothing like Carr is the place to be now, and there's no disrespect to what's going on. But during that time, you was trying to get to Walker.
Yeah,
you was trying to get to Walker.
How you feel about?
But it's crazy. All the dudes you named was supposed to be on my team. No, y'all laughing. I'm serious.
Oh, Lord.
No, I'm serious. Y'all laughing. I'm serious.
Frank wasn't having that.
Man, Frank got a mouthpiece. Frank say, nah, I need y'all boys. I can't have y'all boys twisting no ankles. I can't have y'all boys tearing no ACL because we gotta go to camps during the summer.
Yeah.
I can't risk it.
Not having it, dog.
How you feel about, man, it was Landry Walker, right? Now they went back to LB Landry, and there is no Walker. Mm-hmm. What's your take on that, bro?
Well, I know a little bit about the stuff behind it. Mm-hmm. I wish it was still Walker. Mm-hmm. But, like we had the big rivalry with Landry. I don't like Landry.
Right.
Like, let that be known. I don't like Landry, but my pop, one of my childhood friends, he coached at Landry.
Yep, Rob.
My little brother went there.
Mm-hmm.
They got some kids. I train go there. I have family go there. I still don't like them,
Right.
but Landry is Landry. Like they got the tradition. They won. They won a lot of games, or whatever. And they used us to get a championship because Tyree was at Walker. My little brother was at Walker. All of them was at Walker. And then they came to Landry and made it Landry Walker.
Right.
And then they won or whatever. Now they took our name off, and I still feel some type of way about that.
Yeah. A lot of people.
They just took our name off. That ain't had nothing to do with the racist stuff or whatever.
Right.
That was like we don't want that name on.
They don't want the name of the school.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy. Like you go from Old Prairie Walker, Landry, then you say, okay, you know what? We're gonna combine the two. And then you go back and say, you know what? We're just gonna get rid of the whole Walker and just go straight Landry. I didn't understand. I remember when that happened, and because I got a lot of partners, man, that I'm super, super tight with from Algiers, and I just remember it was such a big deal.
Oh yeah,
when that shit happened.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get your take on.
Because they got people. It ain't just happening. They got. I ain't gonna say no names or none of that. They got people that push for that.
Yeah.
That people that really hate Walker that push for that, and I know these people, and I know what happened. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about it on here.
No doubt.
I mean, that's why that was changed. I wish they would bring Walker back. I wish I can talk to somebody. Go get Milton, or go get Darryl, or Sad. All let's go over there together and try to do something if we could. But
no doubt.
It is a lot of rich history that came out of Walker,
Yeah.
and to see that it's now officially gone, it's like, to me, it takes a bit away from that history of that time, and it's not cool.
Yeah.
But again, as time goes on, people are trying to create new history, new traditions, and they're trying to just eliminate what happened in the past. And you can't just eliminate what happened in the past. You just can't, because some of the people are still here, and you're trying to build new tradition with people who had experiences there, and it don't work.
right.
It don't work.
Man, talk about you just touched on him, Tyree, man, Tyree Griffin, bro. I felt like Tyree Griffin was man, he was a load to deal with as a point guard.
He still is.
What he at right now?
He was supposed to go to he was supposed to leave to go to Montenegro, but something going on with his leg.
Okay.
So he got he gonna rehab for like the next 2-3 weeks.
Okay.
And then go out there. Like he have all the time in the world, man. Like I always tell him, I was like, there's no difference between you and Chris Paul. Y'all do the same shit. You can shoot just as good as him. You see the flow. You can do all the same shit. It's just, but you went to a big school too. But it's just a matter of him going out there and be like, fuck it, I'm about to kill everybody. He can do it. And I'm just waiting on him to do it. It's just a matter of that. But like, fuck everybody. I'm about to go out there and do what I need to do. That's what I'm waiting on. I think this the year you're gonna do it.
Yeah. I remember covering him in high school, and nobody could stand in front of him. He was the ultra competitor, and I watched him. No disrespect to Keaton Thompson and Lamar, because we know how talented they was, but Lamar was just Tyree was just such a leader on the court. He played with good pace, like you talked about. Understood, when to speed up, when to slow it down. Hell of a defender, and made big shots. Made some big shots, like he made some big shots in the state championship. That propelled him to get that ring, bro. What you think his ceiling is as far as having a longevity, as a pro like you did?
I think he can do the same. I mean, he's starting a little bit late, but I think he can do he can do the same. I really do. I really do think that. Cause I don't know nobody that can just show up to the gym and just kill.
Right.
I ain't been to the gym in a whole week, but just show up in the gym and kill. I don't know nobody that can do that. You just had 40 last night on one leg. On one leg.
On one leg.
So how many years older you are than Tyree?
I'm about to feel old, man. 10 years.
We gotta embrace it now, man.
Take me through that, bro. Like when you was coming up and him watching you hoop, and how I know you talked about how nobody inspired you, but talk about how you inspired your little brother.
I mean, I wasn't here, so I ain't really started, chilling with him to like I was deep into overseas because when I played overseas, I never came home. 4 years straight, I didn't come home. So I was him, man. Your little brother doing this, your little brother doing that. So I started fine. I ain't get a chance to catch none of them games.
Damn, I never knew that.
Yeah, I wasn't here. I ain't get a chance to catch none of them games, but I saw him in college
Yeah.
and shit like that.
When he was at Oklahoma State or something?
Yeah, I saw that, but I ain't get a chance to catch none of that.
Damn.
I wish I did.
You regret that?
Yeah.
You were just in your own world,
On your
like
own.
you were trying to get it.
Man, when you know what you want to do, I mean,
You're in your own zone.
yeah.
You got to follow your path.
I mean, it was just everything just was going too good. I was playing good. We was winning everything. So I was like, why would I go home? If I go home, I'm gonna chill for a month. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna have to get right back in shape. So I was like, nah,
I'm gonna just stay.
It was like 4 or 5 years. I didn't come home at all.
Dang.
The life overseas though, like far as people that you could relate to, if you want to go watch a game somewhere or like just enjoying yourself.
Enjoy
Like how was that, man? Did you ever get lonely? Like how is that? I know a lot of people tell me they get lonely when they're overseas.
Nah, man, you got teammates that are Americans. And, you probably have teammates that, it might be Christmas. You might got a teammate, he 2 years older than you, or maybe younger. He might be out there with his wife and family. They invite you over for Christmas or Thanksgiving, shit like that's how it goes.
So you don't feel like you just out there by yourself.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I'm about to ask
they,
you, like that
they
lifestyle.
They're trying to do the same thing. They're trying to feel at home too.
Yeah.
So like, oh, you got family coming in town? No, oh, we having Thanksgiving dinner. You could come by. So now all us together.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
you feeling like at home.
Yeah, because you got to figure like when you're over there, you're away from home, right? You're adjusting to life. People think that you just there to play. Yeah, you're there to play ball, but you got to make the adjustments outside of ball because when you're not practicing, you're not playing. Life still continues.
All right. But what you do when you home though? You probably play the game.
Family.
Play the game. Go. People don't really go see their family like that. You
not,
home.
Not as much.
You probably
not
play
as much,
the game.
Not as much.
Chill around. Play the game.
Play the game.
If you
4
got
hours.
kids,
Take your kids with you.
Yeah, but it's like
that's easier said than done if you're not with the mother. Like I'm not with my kids, Mom. I know that wouldn't be that easy for me to say I'm about to take them to Portugal.
No, but still, the woman gonna understand. Look, it's a sacrifice. I'm going to play. When I get back, y'all gonna be good. I'm going to play.
Right.
I'm gonna call y'all every day. I'm gonna do this, but I'm going to play. You focus on that. You get home, all y'all straight.
No doubt.
I mean, you gotta sacrifice something.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just more like it looks like for American players, if you're not playing basketball, it's like you're inside. Like you're not really going out places because they may speak a different language, right? Not everybody does speak English, and if it may be broken. You're like, okay, I can't understand what they're trying to say, so I'm gonna just stay inside if I'm not playing ball. That's what it appears like the life is.
So if you do that, that's why they're miserable. That's the reason why. If my teammates, if I'm in Serbia, my Serbian teammates, hey, I'm going to the cafe. Okay, I'm coming. Hey, we going to dinner. I'm coming. Or we going to the club. I'm coming. That's how you build a relationship with the people around you.
Did it take you a while to get comfortable doing that with your teammates?
No, you know the ones that you can't trust. Like them. But
yeah.
I think it was easy because of the type of person I am. If I feel like that that you fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck with you.
Right.
Yeah. So
Right.
I ain't never had no problems with no teammates. None of that. Everything been smooth with all my teammates. I ain't never had no problems with that.
What advice would you give to a kid right now that's just finishing up college?
Yeah.
Just signed his first contract to go play overseas. Let's say he going Portugal. What advice would you give him?
Make sure you're in shape. First of all, you have to be ready when you get there and expect the worst.
Expect the worst.
Expect the worst.
Expect the worst.
I like that.
Expect the worst. But the number one thing is being in shape. Because you go up there and you ain't ready, you're already in the doghouse. I don't matter how much they paid you.
They on your ass.
Yeah, because over there, you could be on the team today, but you could be in the States tomorrow.
Shit.
Yeah.
Man, Brandon Brown told me a story about he signed I think he said he signed a contract. He went, I forgot what country it was. He go over there and he said he playing for like a month, and he not getting paid, and he like keep asking his agent, man, what the fuck going on, man? I ain't get paid yet, and the team keep telling his agent like, oh, we gonna pay him next week. Next week come, he still don't get paid. He said he out there for like 2 months, still not getting paid. He said, man, fuck that, man, I'm going home.
You know, everybody's situation different.
Yeah,
Everybody's situation different. But he ain't lying.
yeah.
He ain't lying. I mean, it just, if you can get you JUCO, you can get you overseas.
Yeah, it's grinding.
It's just a lot of adversity that you got to overcome. If you're a strong-minded person, you can do it.
Yeah.
But if you're weak-minded,
You gonna fold?
yeah, you're gonna fall.
No doubt.
You got to.
Because it be the little things, and they know how to get to you. It be little shit.
But you got to be at that point in time. You got to be willing to take basketball to the next level. You know, this is not college. This is not amateur basketball anymore. This is not. Yeah, you. Every
a
player
fucking
gets.
job.
It's a job.
It's a job.
Everybody gets pushed in college, but obviously you still have classroom. You still have other work to get done. So I ain't saying they got limits in college, but at the same time, coaches understand that you're also here to get an education, right? But when you get to the pros, this shit's a job. This shit is what it is. They're gonna push you from every level possible to get the most out of it. And if you ain't ready for that mentally, then this ain't gonna work no more. This, I think a lot of people get to this pro level and they get that first level of real adversity as a pro, and it's tough.
Yeah, but a lot of times they push you just to push you. They don't push you because you messing up.
Ooh.
They don't push you because you missing shots or you make mistakes. They push you just to push you to see how tough you is. That's before the season even start.
It took you a while to figure that out.
I mean, I started because they have over there. You have the when you catch the ball, you gotta put it down. If I'm running and you pass me the ball and I run and put it down, I travel.
Damn, I ain't know that.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm talking about. It's little rules like
little
that.
stuff. It's little rules.
I ain't even know that.
So my first season,
You struggle with that.
my first season in the preseason, I averaged 20 in the preseason, my rookie season, but they was trying to cut me because I would turn the ball over too much in open court, traveling because of that. They were trying to cut me because of that.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
So how did you get adjusted to that?
The coach had me in there. He told me, run. I'm gonna throw you the ball, you catch, you put the ball down, then go. So I run forward speed, catch, put it down, and then go.
See,
And that's something you've been doing like all your life.
all your life.
And now you gotta make that's a big adjustment.
Yeah, because I used to, because the spin move was my favorite move.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't even, like, after my second year, I think they did it because of me. I couldn't even do it no more. Like, every time I spent, they called travel.
Shit.
Changing the rules, or at least
The Bo
making
McCalebb rule.
Yeah.
No, but they let these Europeans, they let them do whatever. No, seriously. Y'all, you think I'm playing. He looking like...
I'm looking like, dog. You got to be serious. You can't be serious.
I'm dead ass.
Wow.
Dead ass.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so, like, the rule changes are so much different than like NBA basketball. In the NBA, man, I've seen guys about 5 goddamn times. Like, fucking rep blowing the goddamn whistle. You be like, dog, what the hell?
How you got adjusted to the ball?
Oh, that was easy.
That was easy?
Yeah.
I know some people that told me like that was an adjustment too. Like
the one they got right now is like one you could go buy in Walmart. That bitch all plastic. But the one they had before, it was different.
Okay.
It was hard, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was hard.
But it depends on where you playing at. If you at home, y'all got y'all ball. But if you away,
You got their ball.
it might be hard. It might be soft. Like, it depends on, because, the home team already trying to get advantage.
Trying to get in advance. So they got a ball that fits the players that plays for that team, not you. You got to make the adjustment during the game.
Yeah, I know some cats told me that was an adjustment for them, like just getting used to the ball. It took them like maybe like half a season. Some people say it took like a whole season for them to get adjusted to the ball. Like, especially like if you were catch and shoot, like they were telling me that. Like, this was like years ago though, not now. Like years ago, they would like cats was telling me that they had to get adjusted to the ball. Like I had one of my partners, he came home and he would be in the gym with the ball y'all use overseas. And we'll be like, man, why you keep it? Like, man, I got to adjust to this ball. Last season, like for some reason, I just couldn't catch and shoot like I normally do.
You might have a point though, because I really don't shoot threes unless I'm feeling good.
Right.
All my work is inside the paint, so
Yeah.
it didn't really affect me. So
Right.
you might have a point with that.
Yeah.
Cause that ball it do feel like a tennis ball. Like it's light.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's light.
Man, before we go, man, we gotta get into Bo's favorites, man. Here we go.
Man.
Here we go. Favorite favorite hooper all time, no matter what level.
Hooper all time.
Hooper all time. Favorite hooper.
Iverson.
I'm about to say the Iverson. I'm about to say it has to be Iverson.
AI.
You had to
It
go
has
with
to be Iverson.
that 6 foot and under. Huh?
Like me coming up, AI and D Wade were my favorite players. They still is. I mean, they still is. But I take AI over D Wade.
No doubt.
I can respect that.
Favorite coach of all time, no matter what level, that made the most impact on you.
We know it's not Frank, because Frank
his
didn't let
name,
anybody play with you. You know it ain't Frank. Frank, you're down bad.
His name Dule Velocevic. He coached me in Serbia in Partizan. Yeah, he turned me into an animal. Like
How?
because I learned how to work. I learned how to work, and like I told you earlier, you gotta be in shape. I learned how to work. Started taking care of myself, and like he taught me how to play, because we'll have games where Barcelona was supposed to be the superior team. So he'll come to me. He'll be like, "Look, just run a team. I don't need you to score today." I'll be mad, but
He got you to understand basketball.
yeah, I do what he say. We win the game. Then he'll come back. Look, these players hurt. I need you to do this, and we win. So like, he just turned me into something different. Like he one of the main reasons that I took overseas. I took it to the next level after I left that 1 year with him.
And what year you was in when you met him?
I think this was in 2010.
So you was over there a little while.
So he's over there, what, 3 years, 4 years now?
Who?
When you
Before you met him.
Before you met him. You was over there, what, 3 years before you met him?
No, I left college in 09.
Oh, nah.
I played that year, and my second year was 010.
Oh,
I mean,
Damn, you
2010.
left college in 09?
Yeah, I'm old, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, he got to college in 04. Wait, 03,
I had a red shirt year.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I left college in 09.
So you met him pretty quick when you got over there.
It was my second year.
Okay, gotcha.
My second year.
Favorite sneaker all time?
Ones. I fuck with all the ones. All of them.
No doubt.
I don't
All
know
the
what
ones.
it is. I can't, listen, I can't do the ones. No, and maybe because it's me, because no one wore them
Ain't
back
gonna
then.
tell nobody that.
Listen, nobody wore them back then. Let's just keep it a bang. Nobody wore ones back then.
You gotta elevate with the time.
Because they were trying to play basketball and watching Jordan.
Yeah.
You can't play basketball in the
No,
ones.
hell no.
Nobody wore them ones, especially down there. We wore G-Nikes.
Yeah, but you can't get no real ones no more.
Right.
You can't get no real ones no more. Shit.
Facts. Fact. If I rock these 13s.
Right. Favorite movie all time?
Favorite movie? You know, everybody loving basketball. Everybody favorite movie.
Yeah, see, look, he got that one little scene where Monica was overseas and she couldn't understand none of the players.
No.
And the girl was like, what the coach said.
No, Blue Chips.
Oh yeah.
Blue Chips.
That's one of my favorites for sure.
Hey, listen.
Blue
Dog, they
Chips.
been giving you the game since
Blue
way
Chips.
back then.
Facts.
They been giving us the game.
Nick
dog.
Nolte he played a heck of a role.
They shot that movie, some of that movie in Algiers too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, shot some of them.
I know.
Nah, the point when they crossing over the fucking water. What the fuck is that in Algiers? Remember when they was going to see Shaq play?
Yeah.
What the hell that was it?
I don't know.
I think they used the ferry. They used. I think they used the ferry to get to Algiers Point.
So they was under that.
The ferry just don't look like it look now.
Yeah, cause I'm like, dog. I asked my partner Norman. I'm like, what is that in Algiers?
That was one of them. I think that was probably with Bland Current. One of them old warehouses they had over there.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Blue Chips.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite for sure.
Hey, listen, that family was happy.
Tony was in that bitch shaving.
Listen, but that John,
Coach, we won the game.
that John Deere showed up. Listen, all the boys committed.
Man, they gave Shaq that Lexus. He said, I ain't asked for this.
I ain't asked for this.
Man,
You got it.
I'm just doing my job. Throw that boy the keys. That shit been going on, bro. That shit been going on. Favorite rapper all time?
Oh, Lil Wayne.
Weezy F, baby. Not Tucci, huh?
I don't really listen to rap like that though. So
R&B?
I listen to everything. I mean, I've been overseas, so I listen to everything.
Yeah. You got a little bit.
I
Yeah.
listen to everything.
Yeah. Favorite comedian all time?
Favorite comedian? Oh, Eddie Murphy.
See if I'm talking
There
about.
you go. You finally
My
got
dog.
one.
Eddie Murphy.
You finally
Eddie
got
Murphy.
one. You
Eddie
finally
Murphy.
got one.
Eddie
Eddie
Murphy.
Murphy.
Eddie
finally
Murphy
got
gotta be
one.
the best one of all time.
You finally got one. if Bo wasn't playing basketball, what would Bo have been doing with the last 15 to 20 years of his life?
Playing football.
Goddamn you, Frank.
Frank would have had you at Ole Miss with Milton and Mike.
I would have went somewhere. Like in football, y'all saw me in basketball, but y'all didn't see me in football.
Nah, Norman, my partner Norman and Brennan, they told me that you was a dog in football.
They was
Told
talking
me you
about,
was a dog.
the other boy too old. Why he playing with my kid? Like I was different in football.
But everybody had that knack for football, man. Like I know a lot of Carver guys. Like I know Fred Stamps, my partner Keith Gibson. I know a lot of those guys in football. They guys are like 01 and 02 and stuff like that. I'm like,
yeah, but if you watch me playing basketball, that's football.
Mm-hmm.
Getting through the cracks, all that. That's how I can get through any little type of space and take the contact. That's for football.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
everybody.
And you know what's so crazy, bro?
Because it's a simple right to left or left to right. Simple.
And you know what's so crazy, bro? Like when I be talking to college coaches about different kids in high school, when they see that they play basketball, it's like it make them want to recruit them more. You know what I'm saying? Because basketball, it translates to the football field in so many different ways.
There's parallels.
You know what I'm saying?
There's parallels.
It translates to the football field in so many different ways.
But I don't understand how this generation, they be good in football or will be soft on the court. I don't get that.
Yeah. It's a different generation.
Different generation.
Man, boy, I do a dog in football. What position he play? Linebacker. But he don't want to take no contact under the goal, none of that.
Right.
It's a different generation, and I think the way the game is played, it's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and it's again, we all expect sports to evolve, but it's not played the same way. If he's a linebacker or he's a DN in football, but you put him on a basketball court, I mean, you ask him to go out there and throw some screens or go out there and put some bodies on some people. He's watching the reels too. He's trying to find a way to make plays, and it's like he's not accepting that part of basketball that's his responsibility. But in football, he like, man, that's
right.
Because you get glorified by making hits.
Man, all the bigs now won't be stretch fools.
Yeah.
I mean,
and everybody won't be finesse now.
but can you blame the bigs for like?
Nah, I'm just saying that's why you see kids
Right.
when they get on the basketball court, you don't see that physicality anymore because everybody won't do what they see LaMarcus Aldridge doing, stepping out, shooting threes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, the thing down here, because it might be a kid that's 6'4" or whatever.
Right.
But you got him playing center, but he naturally a point guard.
Yeah.
He naturally a wing.
Yeah.
Like, just because he's 6'4", that don't mean he need to be under the goal.
no doubt.
He's probably the tallest kid in his team, and some of these high school teams.
And I think that's the thing down here that's messing up the recruitment of the players here.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of the reasons.
I agree with that.
Because if you 6'8" and you a 2, put him at the 2. If he's 6'8", he a 1, put him at the 1. Don't put him under the goal just because he's 6'8".
Right.
But the problem is,
Because that don't help the kid.
they don't help the kid. But the problem could be is that by him being 6'8", he might be the tallest kid on his high school team, and they don't have a center.
Yeah.
They don't have an actual fold. They don't have nothing that he's the biggest kid.
Yeah, but you can teach him how to operate under the goal, but
No
you
doubt.
also can teach him how to
on the
skills on the wing.
That's his job at the next level.
But you know who a prime example of that, bro? Ivory Clark. When Ivory was in high school, because we played against Carl 2 in high school. Man, Ivory couldn't handle the ball or do Ivory straight blocking shots, dunking. That's all Ivory was doing. Man, Ivory go overseas. He come back, this motherfucker handling that bitch, leading the break, going rim to rim, looking like Lamar Odom out there. I'm like, God damn.
One thing about Ivory, he always, wanted to be good. And like I said, you can't stop nobody like that because he sent me, because I was over there, and he sent me some videos, and I was like, who this is?
Right, right.
He was like, that's me. And I'm thinking like, man, that dude, he put all his work in.
Yeah, dog.
And and transform it, turn to a whole different player.
Whole different player, dog.
And then he didn't just do it for 1 year. Like, he did it
for
his
real.
whole career
His
with that.
whole career with
and that shit's good to see, especially somebody that you grew up with.
Yep.
That shit good to see. Like, I don't know if y'all know Paul Carter.
No. I know of.
He another one.
Know of.
I was at UNO. He came on a visit. He was in JUCO. All he could do was block shots and dunk from an alley hoop. That's it. I see him 2 years later. He at Minnesota.
Whole different player.
Ivory went from Dillard
Yeah.
to Washington State.
Dog. No, he went to JUCO too.
I ain't know.
He left Dillard. He went to what JUCO Ivory went to. I forgot what JUCO he went to. He went to a JUCO. Then he went to Washington State with Tony Bennett. Played in the tournament. Yep, played with Klay Thompson. You know what I'm saying? And transformed this game, bro. Like it was like when I saw Ivory handling the ball like that. Like I'm talking about going rim to rim, leading the break. I'm like, what the hell you been doing?
Then he got a tray ball and everything.
Yeah, hitting threes.
He sent me the B. I said, Ivory, who this is? He said, man, this B. I was like,
Yeah,
man.
dog. Yeah, dog.
Like,
Ivory is a true testament of somebody who transformed their game from putting in work.
Right, because he could have gave up at Dillard.
Yep.
To go from Dillard to Washington
State. That's
Pac-12.
Man.
Transition.
Pac-12, bro. Yeah, no
but
doubt.
not just go to Washington State and be one of their top players.
Yeah.
Like that's
Playing
big,
a tournament.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah, for one of the best coaches in the country. You know what I'm saying? Toughest player you ever had to guard?
Bobby Brown. That used to play for the Hornets.
He used to play for the Hornets.
Oh,
He used to play for the Hornets.
all right.
He used to play for the Hornets.
He was overseas?
Yeah.
Tough. What it was about it?
I just have problems with people that's fast, that play with a good pace, but also can beat you off one dribble. But they get to their spots and they like really can shoot. The side steps, the one dribble, all that shit. Like that shit hard to guard.
Contested shots.
Yeah, he just as fast as you, so that shit hard to guard. And he can jump too.
Yeah.
So it was a tough cover.
Yeah, I remember Bobby Brown for the Pelicans.
It was a tough cover.
Yeah.
Tough cover.
Favorite place to travel to?
Favorite place? I just love Serbia, man. I love Belgrade.
That's what Joke is from, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when everything. That's the country where everything changed for me. That's the country where everything from there. That's the country where the coach is at. Everything just took off from there. Yeah.
How long was that flight? I know it ain't no direct flight, but like,
No.
how long was the flight time?
All together about 24, something like that.
So that's like going to Thailand.
Yeah, but you're not gonna be on the plane. You probably be on the plane 7 hours. You're gonna probably have a 5-hour layover, then another 2 hours, another 3 hours, something like that. It just be the layover. That's
layover.
Yeah, it'd be the layover.
Yeah.
Be the downtime.
Yeah. That's something like going to Thailand.
Yeah.
Thailand is 23
But
hours.
you still gotta figure you gotta put a whole day in your calendar and say, okay, it's gonna take you're not on the plane 24 hours, but you're putting a whole day in your calendar. It's gonna take you from let's say 11 o'clock my time, it's gonna take you another 11 to about 10, 11 o'clock, a whole nother day to get to your destination. It just put in your mind that, man, whatever plans I had today, it's travel.
I just wear myself out the day before, so any plan I get on, I'm sleep.
Right.
Yeah. 7 hours out of there. I don't want no food, none of that.
I can respect that.
Man, Boo, man, appreciate you coming on the podcast, dog.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, it's good to get a Louisiana legend on here, man. I know people that watch this, they gonna be
ecstatic,
thoroughly entertained and informed, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some stuff that I didn't know about you that you said on this podcast, man, that I'm gonna go back and talk to my partner Norman and Brennan them about it and be like, man, I didn't know Bo went to St. Aug and went to Air for a day. I didn't know that. I didn't even know.
I went to Gretna Junior High too.
Didn't know that. I didn't even
right
know.
on Gretna Boulevard, huh?
I didn't even.
You at Gretna Junior High?
Yeah, the bus used to come pick me up out of Pepperwater.
Yeah, right.
I didn't know.
Behind the old bowling alley, man, out in Pepperwater.
Yeah, I didn't know Oklahoma State was recruiting you. You know what I mean? I didn't know any of that, and you know, that's why we do this podcast, man. So people could come on here and share their stories. Like I said, man, we want to entertain, but we want to educate and inform. And I know a lot of different things that you said about as it pertains to playing overseas and what it takes to have longevity. I know a lot of people are gonna be able to take something from that, man. Got to get you back on in the near future.
And another thing I forgot to tell you, like I had chances to play in the NBA, but I said no.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, the Spurs, they wanted me really bad, but they already had Tony Parker and Patty Mills.
Patty Mills.
If the money was like it is today, I probably would have did it. But back then, league minimum was 300, so you only gonna see about 120, 150.
That makes sense.
So I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do it. I could have did that and just to say I was in the NBA, but that's not who I am. I want to try to go sit no last seat on the bench.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And you know what we want to do is, man, we want to get more Louisiana legends on here, man. You know, like Greg Monroe and Brock and people, DJ Augustine and people like that, man. Javon came on a podcast,
yeah, Felix,
and told his story. So that's what it's about, man. We trying to make this the pivot of New Orleans.
And not just that, man. Congratulations on being
all them good dudes. They gonna come. You ain't gonna have no problem with getting them on here. All them good dudes.
No doubt.
And you know, like all them getting to the point where I'm at, that they want, help the youth. So
I think Javon with it. Now you don't know
Yeah,
now.
he took J spot.
Yeah, you ain't know.
Yeah, he took J spot. Yep, no doubt, man.
Congratulations on being nominated, man. One of the best players to come out in New Orleans, man. I know you got that award recently.
Thank
you, man. Thank God to Freddie King for making that happen, man. You know, Freddie King. We went to school with Freddie King.
We went to Southeastern.
Went to Southeastern
with
with Freddie.
Yeah,
Went to
Freddie
Southeastern.
was my teammate, man.
For real?
Yeah. Larry coached us.
The group?
Larry Barabino.
Oh, all right. Oh yeah. Damn.
He coached us. Yeah, man.
Boy, that's a fucking small world.
We played for the me and Freddie played for the Stallions. Larry coached us.
Humbra. Yeah, man, Freddie, my guy, man. We all been cool with Freddie since our days at Southeastern, man.
My dog, man.
My dog, man.
Yeah.
Me, Freddie, Norman, all us been beefing because I played for McDonald and they played for Norman. So, so since we was young. But all us, I ain't been around. I wasn't around Norman a lot when I was young, but I've been around him a lot lately. I love all of them. So, I mean, all them good dudes.
Yeah,
it's a small world, bro.
Yeah.
No doubt, bro.
It's a small world, man.
We gotta, it's good when we can all bring it together. You know what I mean? For a good common purpose, bro.
But his youngest son gonna be the one dude.
Yeah, Liam.
Yeah.
He different.
Yeah.
And he do not look his age. He do not look his age at all.
Like, he in the 3rd grade. We put him in
in Dallas, I saw that
the
shit.
6th grade game. He scored 5 quick.
Yeah,
without missing.
No, he sent me the video.
Yeah, 5 quick.
He sent me the video.
Without missing.
He sent me the video, bro. He fearless.
Yeah.
He fearless. Yeah. And everybody don't have
Everybody don't have that.
Everybody don't have it.
Everybody don't have that.
Yeah.
Well, listen, man. Appreciate you coming out, man. First of all, everybody get subscribed, get locked in. FanView Podcast. If you're on IG, it's FanView Podcast. If you're on YouTube, it's FanView Podcast. If you're on TikTok, it's FanView Podcast. If you're on Facebook, it's FanView NOLA. If you're on X, can't call it Twitter no more.
Call it Twitter.
Yeah, that's why I be saying the X.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. It's no longer Twitter. It's officially called X.
Yeah.
Get subscribed to us if you're on Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, you name it. Also, man, I want to give a shout out and praise to our co-host, man, Coach Hurricane here. He's not with us for this episode, man, but he had a travesty that happened over at his school at St. Helena College and Career Academy, man. There's a shooting there at the school.
Yep.
2 of his teammates were shot. One was, pronounced dead.
Yep.
I want to give a lot of applause to us on this episode, to Coach Hurricane. He's going through a lot. When this episode airs, if you want to give him a shout out, a tweet, something to show him some support, it's just devastating. High school shootings have to stop, whether it's juveniles or not. It just kind of has to end. So I want to give him that support and that love. He's not here with us tonight to film this episode, but he's in our prayers. And obviously, school was closed for a couple of days. And obviously, when you have kids that you're coaching, you're pouring things into, whether they're your kids biologically or not, you see the development. You are potentially, for a lot of those kids, a father figure. To lose one of those kids, he's going through it. And so when people see this episode, man, give him a shout out, give him support. Cause that recently just happened. And I'm quite sure that's not easy to deal with.
No doubt.
When you're watching, kids that you're mentoring and growing up, not just trying to become better football players, but becoming better young men. And to lose that, it ain't easy. But thank y'all for getting subscribed. Again, don't forget to subscribe to G Sports. I can't help you if you're underneath the rock.
Man, 22.9 thousand subscribers, man. I'm trying to get to 25K by 2024, man. Help me get to 25K.
You got to give him an elevate sweater, man.
Man, y'all get this man to 25K.
25K. Man, 25K. Give him that ASAP.
Yeah.
Put him on the sweater. Give him a pullover.
Yeah. We signing out.
Yeah, we get ready to sign out. Appreciate y'all. Get locked in. Till next time.
It's that boy Fred, host of FanView Podcast. Tune into the NOTN app, weekdays, 3:30 for the FanView podcast. Go to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com to watch more episodes of FanView podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch.
Step Construction is here for you with a brand new offer. We now provide affordable storage sheds. Stop wasting your money on overpriced storage units and portable containers. Step Construction can provide you with a custom shed that will fit your budget and storage needs. So contact Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 for your own personal quote. Let us help you take the next step at Step Construction.